welcome to Craft Little Things. I'm Andrea. It's Monday today, so it's crochet tutorial day, and I'm organised this week. I've had a couple of really busy weeks, but November I've kind of kept clear, so I should be able to catch up with everything. I just wanted to update you. I'm going to do the hexagons from 16 and 17, but I just wanted to update you. When I did my, I don't know if you saw it, but when I did my reviewer books 16 and 17, I got this big yarn cake and I didn't know what on earth it was for. Well, an email came a couple of days later saying that they should have included a pattern with that yarn cake, and it was to make either a cowl or a shawl. So I've got that pattern now, I've downloaded that, and I'm going to do that for next Monday's project because it's so lovely and it's so easy. So I'm going to get working on that for next time. But yeah, that's what was missing. So when they send out the new books, the next books, 18 and 19, they're going to include that printout of that pattern with those again. But I've downloaded it and printed it anyway. So the one from this book then, book 16, is a blue puff hexagon, and we need the petrol yarn. I've still got some petrol left, so I'll probably do my first bit with the bit I've got left. We need some sky blue. So you need your 4mm hook, which comes with your first, I think it came with the first kit. It seems so long ago now. And I've got sewing in needles, and I've got some embroidery scissors. Okay, but my nails are looking a bit better than they looked last time. I haven't actually had them done. What I did was I ran out of time, and so I just got some Primark nails. They're £1. They're lovely. They stick. They've been on for 3 days now. Just if you're interested in that sort of thing. So for the foundation round then, we're going to chain 5 and join in the second. Oh, joining the round with a slip stitch. So we start off with our. Should I move this out of the way so that you can start off with our slip knot? So I do mine this way. I put my yarn over my 2 fingers. I wrap it across, put my hook under the first strand, pull through the second strand and pull everything off my fingers, and then I just pull my working yarn to pull the loop tight. Then I've got 1 loop on my hook and I've got my straggler. This is my straggler. Okay. So I'm going to chain 5. So chaining 5 is easy. Get your yarn in the hold that you prefer, and then yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we're going to join to the first loop. So if you look at your stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's where you want to go in. Okay. Grab some yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through the loop on your hook, and then you've made yourself a little circle to sew into. Okay, just make sure that you do sew into the center of this circle and not into this space here, or there's usually a little space over there that looks quite big as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Oops, my hook slipped out. And then we're going to do 1 puff stitch and 2 chains 6 times. Now this is where it says in the book, it says 1 in the brackets, it says 1 PS, 2 chains 6 times. So if you're not sure what a PS is, if you look in your abbreviations on the back page, back cover, it will say. So here we see the PS, a puff stitch, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over and pull through, pull up to 3 chain height 5 times, yarn over and pull through all 11 hoops and secure with a slip stitch. So we're going to do a puff stitch and 2 chains, and we're going to do it 6 times. So if we follow that pattern, that direction, then we yarn over, we insert our hook into the circle, pull through some yarn, and we pull up to the height of that chain 3, and then we do it again. Yarn over into the hook, into the circle, pull up some yarn to the height of that again. And then the third time, put it up to that height. The fourth time, it's getting a bit trickier now. And a fifth time. These are nice big healthy puff stitches, these are. And pull it all up to that height, give it a little tug. Now we should have 11 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yarn over and pull through all 11. Nice and smooth. And secure. It says secure with a slip stitch, but I'm going to just secure it with a chain. Okay. Yeah, with a chain 1. So then we chain 2, and then we do another 6 of those. Sorry, we chain 2 and then we do another 5 of those. So yarn over into the loop, into the circle, pull your yarn up to the same height, yarn over for the second time, yarn over for the third time, fourth time, and fifth time. Yarn over, pull through all 11 loops on the hook and secure with a slip stitch. Chain 2 and do it again. So now we've got our 6 sets. 1, 2, 3. It looks a bit smaller than the others. 4, 5, 6. I wonder why that looks. I think it's just because it's been squished. So then we don't do a chain 2 this time. Oh, we do a chain 2. Do a chain 2 and join to the top of the third chain there that we did before. So push your hook into that third chain, pull through and pull through the loop on your hook. So we've got our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now what we'll do is we'll fasten this off. So pull through and snip it off. And we'll sew that in a minute. And you see that's all the petrol I've got left over. That's all I'm wasting. I won't even waste that because I'll use it for stitch markers. So you can pull your centre point in with your straggler there. And then we're going to join the river, which is the darker colour, I think, this colour, to any chain 2 space. Oh, I've got a bit left over there, but there's not enough to do what I need to do. So I'm going to go in to any chain 2 space. I'm just going to go into this first one because that'll help me just to sew in my stragglers. I'm just going to bring it through and I'm just going to tie it on. I always see tying on your new colour a bit of a cheat way to do it, but it is easy. It's easy to sort of show people how to do as well. Yeah. So then you put your hook into the chain space, pull up a loop and pull through so that you're on your hook. Okay. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a puff stitch, chain 2 and a puff stitch in each chain 2 space. So that's yarn over into the chain 2 space, pull up a loop, yarn over 5 times again, 2, 3. Watch all these little bits of yarn you've got now. 4 and 5, pull through all 11 on the hook, and then chain 2, and then I think we're going to put another one in the same space. Keep your working yarn away, these are all your stragglers. So yarn over, and we're going to do 5 again for the puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through all 11 on your hook, chain 1 to secure it, and then we're going to just do the same again. We're going to chain 1 to get us over to the next space, and then we're just going to put a puff stitch, a chain 2 and a puff stitch in there. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through all 11 on your hook, secure it, chain 2 and another puff stitch in the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do a chain 1 and go over to the next chain 2 space, which is here. Fasten it together, chain 1 and join into the top of the chain 3 again, right into that stitch with a lovely slip stitch, and then we're going to fasten that off. So pull through, get your scissors and trim it off, and there we've got that lovely, it's lovely and chunky, this one, I love it, it feels nice and warm and chunky and lovely. So then we're going to join the sky, it says to join the sky blue, oh no, join the petrol. So now we've got loads of stragglers that are going to get in the way and get on our nerves, so we're just going to have to cope with those. This is the round, just chain 3, this is the round where we start to make our corners. So we chain 3 and we do a puff stitch into that same space. So yarn over, do the 5 times thing, 3, 4, 5, yarn over and pull through all 11 and secure the puff stitch. And now what we want to do is we want to go into the next space, which is between these two, and we want to do a puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want to do a chain 3, secure a puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, and a puff stitch into the same space. I'm aware that I'm wobbling the tripod here, but I can't stop myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull through everything. Oh, let's do that again. Sorry about that, I slipped my crochet, my hook. I'm just going to do 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip through everything, and then what you've done there is you've made your first corner. And in the next space you just do the puff stitch, just one puff stitch, because that's going to be a side. Okay, so 1, 2, and all these stragglers are getting sewn in now. 3, 4, 5, pull through everything on your hook and finish the top of that off. So you've got 1 puff stitch, 2 puff stitches in that one, 1 puff stitch in this one. Okay, and then you go into this space and you do your 2 again. So you yarn over for 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, pull through everything on your hook, chain 3, and then do another puff stitch there. Sorry, I'm getting all tangled up here, which is never good. And then we do another puff stitch in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull that all through, secure it, and then we do 1 puff stitch into the next space. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So join the slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. The yarn's splitting quite a lot for some reason. It's so soft, this yarn, it's lovely. And then we'll finish off with that yarn there. I think we might get a break now from our puff stitches. Okay, that's that hexagon shape there. Got a bit of a bigger gap there where we started. So then we've joined the sky blue and we've chained 3. Right, so we put a treble, which is yarn over, a double in the US, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, in 6 stitches across. So that's our in our corner, so that doesn't count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, essentially into the top of most of these and the chains in between, and then in the corner we put a treble, 3 chains and a treble, like I said, double in the US, and then we go into the 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to do a treble into the corner space, chain 3 and link into that, slip stitch into that top of that chain 3 from the beginning, and there we go. And then we can finish off. Join the petrol 20 chain 2 space. I think it means 20 chain 3 space because we haven't got any chain 2 spaces. So we'll go into here. That's obviously a mistake. So what we want to do is join it to any chain 2 space, and then we're chaining 2. So we've joined it to a corner and we changed 2. So then we do a half treble into all 8 stitches across. So that's yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 on your loop, on your hook. 1, 2, and then we're going to put half treble, 2 chains and a half treble into the corners. So half treble, 2 chains and half treble into the corner space. And then we're just going to go around with our 8 half trebles on each side and do the same into the corner space. And so that's it.